Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a very quick video, I hope, famous last words. And today, as you already know by the thumbnail, I'm doing the IKEA hack blinds for the slide-in window in the campervan. So there's a couple of things I need to go through before I get on to fitting it. First thing is, IKEA do 2 or 3 different versions of the blinds, so depending on the outcome you want, make sure you get the right one. You can do a roller blind, but so the good thing about these blinds, which and why they're so good for campervans, is they're not like roller blinds where you need to pull a drawstring to make the mechanism move, and they're not like the blinds without the drawstrings that you either have to have them fully down or fully open. The good things about these ones is you can open them and they stay. Does that make sense? So you can stop wherever you want it. That's the good thing. And these type of blinds are called cellular blinds, and IKEA do 2 or 3 based off of the amount of light you want to let through. So what we need for blinds is blackout, which basically means that no light can come in. But more importantly, when we're parked up in those places, like you may have seen on this channel, and where we do park, where we don't want anyone knowing we're camping inside the van, we don't want to let light out of the van. That is the main reason why I want blackout. So IKEA do different ones. I've seen the hop walls, I think they're called, which I've seen a lot of people do. They are not fully blackout. They aren't fully blackout. If you go to IKEA, you can always tell by here. They give you a little indication if I bring it in close. So this is the amount of lights starting from pretty much see-through to blackout. If it's got a tick in the blackout one, that means we are blackout. Now, I can't speak for all IKEAs, but my IKEA, the one I go to, or my closest one, they only come in white. I wanted them in black, but I can live with white. But if you can see here, they're like double skinned inside, they're dark inside, which basically that's what's stopping the light pass through, making it completely blackout. So that's something to know. Again, the blackout ones are called Tripivals. I will link them in the description below so you can see which ones I've purchased. And the other thing is, and before you go and buy the blinds, you need to create a box for them to fit in, obviously. So if I show you here, so for this window we're blinding out, it's sort of like a frame that goes all the way around, down the side, and on the bottom. So when the blind comes down, it tucks in behind to stop the light passing through. Now you'll notice here, let me get rid of that because this is going to be another job. I've not cladded up here because I didn't know how big the blinds were going to be to go across there, so I didn't know if I would need to clad a little bit past so the blind can sit inside here and still occupy the space that needs to be blacked out. I'm glad I didn't do that, because since buying the blinds, I now know they come in 4 sizes, I think, and don't quote me. 60 centimeters is the smallest, then it goes up to 1 meter, 100 centimeters, then 1.2, and then the biggest they do is 1.4. Now, that opening from this side of the box to that side is 1.1. So 1.2 is too big for that whole opening, so I have to get 1 meter, which won't cover the whole gap, but I can tuck it in behind, which you'll see a bit later, and then I can extend the cladding over that side to create that box for it to sit in, so it doesn't let the light pass through. So that is the things I needed to cover off before we crack on with fitting. So you get in the box, you get the blinds like that, which is all in one case unit, which is amazing, makes life a lot easier. And then you get a small box, which I've lost already. Here, a small box here with the pieces in. Now this is as straightforward as it's going to get. You get this handle, which sits on the bottom of the blind, which is basically your pulley, what you pull up and down. And then you get 2 brackets that clip into the top of the bracket here. And the good thing about these is, or this version I've got, trip valves, is it can be fixed from the back. So you could fix it, for example, like that. Hopefully you can see that. Or you can fix through the top into the roof. I think that is everything covered with the blinds and what you need to look out for when you're thinking about doing this hack. Oh, the blind itself, they range in prices. This meter one cost me £45, I think it was, for the complete blind set, which I didn't think was a bad price. But for ease of use and cheap portability, I don't know how much the blind screens cost if you buy them from Campervan shops, because anytime you put Campervan on anything, the price goes straight through the roof. So Campervan tax. So this may be a way to avoid the Campervan tax if you're building a van yourself. So I think that's everything. Let's fit them. There's not gonna be these brackets will fit. No, they don't fit. Okay, back to the drawing board. We have a little problem. The brackets are a bit, the back bit of the bracket is where the lip of the window is. It doesn't quite want to go in. So I'm just going to see if I can persuade it by there we go, by breaking it, basically. I've bent it flat, but you can see this bend here, it was obviously a 90°, and the lip of the drainage sill of the window just won't sit. It's just too big. I didn't account for that, obviously, because you don't. It's not. I told you, famous last words. It's going to be an easy job. It's not. But if I can almost get rid of that, this lip, then if I can almost get rid of the 90° bit, it might fit a lot easier. So I'm just gonna persuade it to not be there anymore. It comes, gone. 90° bit gone. Go on then. There you go. So yeah, you can see here, that is blacked out, really. You can't see any light coming through, it's broad daylight. You can there, obviously, if you were to go right round. But like I said, this cladding here, I can now put this on to bring it over. I'm going to bring it to about there, I think, just all the way down. Go with that. So again, light won't be escaping through there. And then you can see a bit of light down that side. But once this wall is on here, blocked up to there, no light will be escaping. And if anything, I'm going to be finishing this off nicely. The joy, I just need to notch a bit out of this, is that we can stop that wherever we wanted. We just want a bit of light. I mean, that knocking's going to do my nut in. But maybe we can get some, don't know, build something, a template or something. Oh, what do we think? What do you think, gang? IKEA hack for the win, for blinds. And then they just sit there like that. And you get the pulley here, like this. And clip it onto the back ball accounts, and we should just, there we go. And now we've got a nice, easy way, close that. Nice, easy way to go up and down blackout blinds. What do we think? What do we think for IKEA hack blinds? I think that's not bad. For 45 quid, all in, that's it. Comes as a kit. Go and pick it up from IKEA. Job's good. Completely blackout. Yeah, winner. Yeah, hopefully this is a very short video, just to show you something that I've seen on YouTube, but not with the blackout. I've not seen anyone do the blackout yet. So yeah, and I just wanted to give some context because I didn't know there was variations of blackout at IKEA until I went down there. So hopefully that's explained it. Like I said, I'll link the actual blind I've got, and then I'll put the item number as well for the trip valves. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more adventures and build videos, please follow along and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on let me know what you think about this blind as well, whether you think it's an absolute crap, or if I'm going to encounter any more problems down the line about it, please let me know. I want to know. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, see you next week. Love you, bye. Boom.